what we're looking at today is the Air Duster by Opolar. And I apologize if that's not how you say this company name. Could be Opolar, but I think Opolar sounds good to me, so that's what we'll be saying here in this video. This duster is pretty amazing. I bought it specifically to replace air duster cans, which, as you know, can be expensive and use those things up. Plus, you can only use them for a certain length of time, kind of in one sitting, or they start to also freeze over, and then the velocity of air that comes out of them actually starts to decrease as they get cold. And so something like this that you can charge up, this runs on USB. It has a USB charger that charges this thing, has a 6 ampere hour battery inside, and you can charge this thing to full. And I actually let it run for like an hour and it was fine. So they claim that the fan inside here runs at 33,000 RPMs, and I didn't measure that, but it puts out a tremendous amount of air, and essentially it just has a trigger activation right here. As you can see, the trigger. These are nozzles. It actually comes with 2 nozzles, so you get this one, and then you also get a nozzle here that has a brush on the end, and they just stick in the end. It does have a storage space for it, so when you have this one on here, at least when you're not using it, you can put this one on here, and it will just stay with the device. But you can't get to the trigger while it's on here. So maybe that can be an improvement they make in a future version. Maybe move it off to the side or something like that. So I just removed the one and leave the one on here that I'm using. Yeah. So what I wanted to be able to demonstrate for you is really how does this compare to a can of compressed air? Does this really act as a substitute? And so I have here an anemometer, and these are used to measure actual airspeed. And it does this by effectively blowing air through here, and this fan spins, and this device picks up the pulses and translates that into miles per hour, or CFMs, and stuff like that. So right now I have this set up to look at basically the miles per hour that come out of this. And I wouldn't put too much stock in the number that comes out of this because we're not doing a very scientific setup here. But what I'm going to do is set this to show the maximum amount of velocity airspeed I was able to get out of by using this and by using just a can of compressed air. And so I'm just going to use this kind of generic air can duster. And so we'll start with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of angle this and blow this and just to get it so I can get the maximum possible airspeed I possibly could out of using this can. And then we'll look at the number that's showing up on here. And then we'll do the exact same thing with the Opolar Air Duster and see what speed we can get to. So let's try it with the Air Duster. And sorry if this gets a little bit noisy. And you can watch the number here. It's set to max, and so it's going to hold the value right here to the maximum score that it hits as it spins. Whoops, accidentally bumped it, so it just registered 0.8. Okay, here we go. Okay, so 31.72 miles per hour. That was the maximum I was able to get out of this can. Pointing at every different angle and hitting the fan blades and trying to optimize the airflow through here. That's the maximum speed I can get from this. So let's do the exact same thing now using the Air Duster itself, and then we'll look at the score. And I'm going to again just blow it through the exact same way and try to get the maximum I can. So first I got to clear out this number. Just remember 31.72. And then we'll put it back on max. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing. Again, I apologize for the sound, and you can watch the number here as we do it. So we actually reached up to 36.74. And that's actually a bit more than we got out of the can of compressed air. The nice thing about this too is that the tip on these compressed air cans is really tiny. And if you look at the size of the nozzle on these air dusters, the volume of air coming out of this is much, much greater, and it's coming out at a velocity that's actually greater than the can of compressed air. So my feeling on this is, I'm never going to run out of compressed air anymore. I have no reason to buy compressed air at this point. and this has completely and fully replaced the need to have compressed air. I feel confident with the, kind of doing the test here with it. And so hopefully that provided you some information and allows you to make a good buying decision, good purchase decision on this. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.